Hey party viewers. Today, this is going to be a little video for our social studies class, because we have school and this is for social studies.
We did a collab. We did the animation for our social studies class, and it might be kind of boring, but you should watch it just to see the fun little animations.
It's very educational. And our official first collab.
I know!
Yay!
We've recorded and animated so many other collab videos, but they just haven't gotten to YouTube yet.
Because they all suck.
Yeah. But we're working on another one too, so hopefully that'll come out in the future.
I forgot about that. So sit back and relax as you learn about
the Civil Rights Act of 1866.
And
the Civil Rights Act of 1964.
Yay! Oh, God. After the Civil War ended in 1865, slavery was officially over in the United States. Millions of African Americans were finally free, but life was still very difficult for them. Many southern states created unfair laws called black codes. These laws limited the rights of black Americans by controlling where they could work, live, and travel. In many places, African Americans were not treated equally or fairly. To protect the rights of formerly enslaved people, Congress passed the Civil Rights Act of 1866. This law was the first federal law in American history that clearly stated all people born in the United States were citizens, regardless of race. It also said that African Americans should have the same basic rights as white citizens. These rights included owning property, making contracts, going to court, and being protected by the law. President Andrew Johnson did not agree with the law and vetoed it because he believed that the federal government should not interfere with state laws. However, Congress believed the law was necessary to protect freed African Americans. Congress then overrode the president's veto, which allowed the law to pass. This was the first major civil rights law passed over a president's veto in the United States history. The Civil Rights Act of 1866 was an important step toward equality in America. Although discrimination and racism continued, the law helped lay the foundation for future civil rights protections. It also influenced the 14th Amendment to the United States Constitution, which guaranteed equal protection under the law for all citizens. The act showed that the government was beginning to recognize the importance of civil rights for every American.
Like explained earlier, the Civil Rights Act of 1866 still had some faults, and people still found loopholes and created new laws that were negative to the black community. Racism and violence against the African American community seemed to be in its prime by the 1960s, and the Jim Crow laws made almost everything public segregated. That's where the Civil Rights Act of 1964 came in. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 addressed the racism that continued after the first Civil Rights Acts. The Civil Rights Act was pushed to be an official law by activism and social movements that came because of the racism, still not addressed by other Civil Rights Acts and new segregation laws like the Jim Crow laws. Groups like the NAACP, SCLC, which MLK Jr. was in, SNCC, CORE, National Urban League, and the Brotherhood of Sleeping Car Porters contributed toward the Civil Rights Act, along with all the activists from the community. Lawsuits and court cases also contributed. These laws passed in 1964 accomplished a lot. It banned segregation in public places and schools, it stopped unfair registration for voting, and it prevented federal programs and any type of employment to discriminate against not just color, but race, ethnicity, and gender. Basically, it stopped all public and government discrimination against color, race, and ethnicity, and gender. But not fully. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 was huge in the U.S.'s endeavor to stop discrimination. Still, it didn't stop all discrimination, and many forms of it still persist today.